So this weekend was the biggest event for innovative marketing with blockchain and Web3 in the last few years. It's the annual NFT Paris conference, and the show garnered speakers from leading global brands like Christian Louboutin, Prada, MasterCard, Amazon, Vivendi, FC Barcelona, Bulgari, Sephora was there, and Agnes Vissot of LVMH, she's the Digital Innovation Director. She said, Louis Vuitton is the house of culture and Web3 is part of it. Yeah, the Web3 community remains small, and while it's recovering from the punches it took the last year or two, it's still strong and passionate, but it's caught in its own echo chamber. If not for a few shared posts in my LinkedIn feed from Web3 OGs, I would have no idea that this event even happened. 0 people in my broader marketing network here on LinkedIn have any idea this event is going on. Very few impact makers are paying attention right now. But here's what I learned. Week 8, 2024. There's a Web3 resurgence happening, backed by a crypto bull run. But industry trades and the press and media outlets, even most decision makers at leading global brands, are not aware. They're still mired in the original mindset that the first phase of NFTs was a permanent death sentence for blockchain technology. But this could not be further from the truth. That's only one part of the problem. The creativity and innovation of blockchain pioneers remains incredible. But even with mid-level execs at those aforementioned companies enthusiastically promoting or building in Web3, they're all making the same mistake. As my guy Al wrote yesterday, in Paris, shout out to Al, the brands, marketers, and leaders who can actually move the needle here have yet to expand to an omni-channel approach of mainstream integration with Web3 and blockchain and NFTs, and integrating it into already established programs or applications, not the way they're doing it now, which is treating it like a siloed experimental program. We need that integration. Meanwhile, everyone's shifted their spellbound gazes to the newer, bright, shiny objects that are driven by AI. And I understand why. It's not an either-or with blockchain and AI, though. They're perfect bedfellows. They're more like peanut butter and jelly, a match made in heaven. So while everyone is ogling over AI, let's not forget that blockchain is making this comeback, ready to prove that it's not just the one-hit wonder. Web3 is not dead. I repeat, Web3 is not dead. In fact, it's more alive than the houseplant I keep forgetting to water back home. Yes, the Paris event still had too many random C and D list speakers on the lineup, but Yuga, Doodles, Pudgy Penguins, these are legit brands that just happen to be born out of Web3. So let's not throw the baby out with the river water here. Just because the first wave of NFTs didn't revolutionize the world overnight doesn't mean we should write off this whole blockchain shebang. So key takeaways from this week from NFT Paris are twofold. Web3 quietly making waves, while everyone's distracted by the shiny new toy that is AI. In Paris, it's very much about fashion, high-end luxury, and retail. Paris and Europe are still where the conversations are happening, where the activations are happening. But NFT NYC is next month. The US has to be a place where greater awareness and traction are happening. And I'm speaking there on a panel about Web3 loyalty, but once again, I'll be dropping a Lucas Worm take that I'll tell you here and now. My other big takeaway from NFT Paris, I am more convinced than ever that Web3 loyalty is not a thing and should never be a thing. Now, you may be surprised to hear that, but omni-channel identity and connection and engagement and advocacy have to be driven by a connected loyalty approach. This is all that matters now, connecting brands and consumers across first-party, e-commerce, social, and blockchain platforms as a centralized solution. Until marketers shift from small experimental Web3 programs to introducing Web3-enabled features within bigger existing programs, the blockchain and Web3 echo chamber is going to remain tiny.